Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. Man, Leola Machida, not Seth Rogen, but Joe Rogan said that karate is back, or somebody said karate is back when he front kicked. I can't think of the person. I think in my dojo, karate is back because we learned today, which is always my sparring day. We learn, about timing, about punches, about distance, about good core work. That says a lot. Good core is the essential of all martial arts. If you got good core, you can do almost any self-defense, in my opinion. In jiu-jitsu, you gotta have good core. In taekwondo, you have to have good core. In tai chi, you have to have good core. Core work is the strength of, if you center and your body is center, you can focus on anything. I experienced. At the end of our drills, we did this thing where we faced every person. So we went in a rotation, almost like American Kempo line when they line checking. It's good fundamentals. It's good. Sorry, I'm just. Okay. Sorry, I will make sure I was looking. Make sure I thought I saw somebody I knew walking, and I was going to pick them up. Have a good core. It makes a difference. Now, I faced my sensei in a 9-minute round. Really, it was supposed to go 15 minutes nonstop, like just a regular fight, 9-minute sparring. He literally whipped my butt, and butt is not the word I want to use, but I'm trying not to cuss. I mean, granted, Sensei should always be the toughest person in the room. And he was the toughest person in the room. He basically lured me. I thought to myself when I was getting punches in, I'm like, you know what? Okay, I'm getting better in this martial art. Look at me hanging with Sensei. And then about 6 minutes in, he started going at it, and I was tired. Just non-stop going, just going, no spacing, no, it was like we were just boom, 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 boom. And I'm like, man, I am tired, I give up. And he just kept on going, just like, he was just tagging me, especially in my stomach. He hit me inside my head so many times. I have good guard, but I have problems with my stomach, leaving my stomach. And for me, I can take a punch in the stomach. I've always been able to take punches. I can't leave my stomach, but I protect my head real well. Now that I did very well, keeping my hands up. I'll make sure, I can, I block, in my opinion, I block okay. Now, I ain't saying I'm going to, teach the fundamentals of boxing with my blocking, but I do okay. But my stomach is always a struggle, keeping my elbows in, guarding my stomach, using rotation, let the punches spin off of me. I struggle with that, and it showed. It showed again. I trained with another sensei, and he did the same thing. He just lit my stomach up. Um, and at first you can't pull your punches like, man, the sensei did, but he was going hard. And I said to myself, man, I better give it, or I'm gonna get whipped. So I was giving it, and I thought I was doing good. Then he just started tagging me and non-stop going, just rotation, kicks, punches, grabs, throw. I was trying to do my Muay Thai plum. I was impressed with my low kicks. Getting my low kicks. I love low kicks. I love T kicks. I love Muay Thai. Instep kicks. That's something I've been working on, because you start hitting those feet, and them ankles, they lose mobility. Just like if you play the UFC video game, you start kicking them. Eventually, they gonna slow down, and you just gonna tag them. So I'm doing all that, and he was just playing with me at the end. I asked him, Sensei, what did I do well? He said, well, your timing, you did good. He told me, well, you worry about your speed, but if you got good timing, you can do well. So I felt good there. He told me about my core, work on punching and blocking even when you're tired. My sensei is real big about energy, keeping your energy going, keeping your mental ball going, keeping your breath energy, using that, center yourself, depend on your center, squeeze up, use your whole body to, control one punch, one core, all the mystic stuff that you see in movies and Shang-Chi and Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon, this real mystic stuff, like they can, float from the earth, all that stuff. But I see him doing it to me. So it's like, man, I still got a lot to learn. When I'm thinking I arrived, that's the thing about karate. When you think you may master, then usually your sensei says something, you're like, wow, I'm just a white belt in this thing in my head. I'm thinking I've reached a certain level, and I'm like, I'm not where I should be, which is the right mindset, versus you have those who think they all that. And you can take that with any sport: jiu-jitsu, American Kempo, Taekwondo, Tang Soo Do, Sambo. It's a mindset. Even if you get a black belt, it's still something to learn. In fact, they say it's the beginning of your training. So I learned a lot. Size does make a difference, but when a person know what they're doing, it really don't make a difference, because they got the fundamentals and they know how to properly kick, punch, throw, and they're quiet their mind, and they can do what they're doing very soft, but very powerful at the same time. And that's something I have to keep on working. I gotta go back to the lab, which is my basement, and work on these things and work on my fundamentals. But I love that in karate, that when you test out yourself and you train with other people, it tells you how good you are. And that's the one thing I give jiu-jitsu the biggest credit. We constantly roll with each other and the teacher, and it tells you how much you have progressed, what you need to work on, what you're good at, how to control your emotion when you lose, how you get stronger, better, faster, how you go back and learn from the beginning. So, that's something I love about jiu-jitsu, and I love in karate now, which is our sparring class on Fridays. I love now we test out what we're learning and see if this works in real life. And that's the truth of the matter. When you do any type of martial arts, it is in your best interest to go to a dojo that can test out what you can do. You can train against live people, and see if this stuff works. This doesn't mean anything if it doesn't work when it needs to work. Earlier this week, you saw a video of 4 people in the alley. I said to myself, I wasn't scared, I wasn't anything, I was just in preparation mode. Not that I could have won, but this is what I trained for. I trained for these moments. It's like when you shoot your weapon and you practice the motion and you shoot and you go to the shooting range. This is what you train for when there's a real situation. You can quiet yourself, go off your fundamentals, and do what you need to do to end that person. So that's the same way with my martial arts. I may sometimes seem like I'm cocky, which I'm really not, but I believe in my abilities. I'm not the best, but I'm sure I ain't no scrub. If you train as much as I have, you got to have a sense that you can do something. It's just that simple. So today, I just I test myself against the best, and I got a real fundamental of where I am, where I need to be. And this has been years since I've had this type of sparring with my sensei. It's been some years since before COVID. We went flat out, all out punching, kicking, striking, throwing. So I learned a lot. I learned a lot about myself tonight, and I'm gonna go to the lab and work on some things. And that's how it's supposed to be. Don't ever rest on your laurels. Work on things you mess up. Make your weakness your strength. So I digress. Have a great one.